Hey guys, it's Wednesday. So, first off, if I could, Sam, if I could actually use my computer to edit videos, I would also add in that pre-screen. But since I can't, that's why I don't. I'm filming on my iPad, so I can't edit it in. If I was on my computer, I would. Otherwise, no. Anyway, so I honestly don't remember talking about audience stories last week, but clearly I did. Question mark. Thought it was mentioned that I did. I don't remember what I did last week, which is not the best thing in the world, but whatever. But anyway, one of my favorite stories is actually more from no, I guess it happened during the show. There was, and I think I probably told you guys this because it happened while I was on tour this spring, and we were sitting at a table behind, directly behind the audience at like a cultural community center type place. And there was this little girl and little boy sitting directly in front of us who could barely see over everybody, but were really into the show. And the little girl, when our Romeo and Juliet kiss, turns to her friend, the little boy, and goes, "Don't worry, that's just a stage kiss. Don't worry about it." And then Mercutio gets stabbed and lifts up his shirt to reveal the blood, the blood-stained shirt below, and she turns to her friend again and says, "Don't worry, that's just ketchup." And I'm like, little girl, you know everything. I want you to be my friend. She was adorable. And during the talk back, somebody else got to ask about the kissing first, but she disagreed with the answer the actors gave on stage. And when they didn't call on her for the next question, she kind of shouted out, too quietly for them to hear, "It was just a stage kiss." She was adorable. It was great. I wanted to talk about, we performed for students again today, and we had a student matinee for this show, which is the first time I've done a show for high schoolers since tour, and it was a huge, rousing success. I made it sound a little bit terrifying there, but it was a lot better than I expected. It's a hard show to sit through. It's a lot of talking, but they didn't talk. They started getting a little antsy, you could tell, and there were people that fell asleep, but that's expected. But they didn't talk through it, which was a huge surprise and huge relief for me, especially. And one of the girls compared one of our actors to Neil Patrick Harris, which we thought was very funny. But I wanted to talk about what I got to do yesterday. And some of you may have seen on Facebook that I get to be a part of, I get to give my input on how, the electrics office and storage and how that all fits into the new theater that this company is building. Their offices are around the corner from the theater right now that they rent. They rent this building that the theater's in. And their offices are around the corner. And they own that whole building, and it used to be a car dealership. So it has a huge garage next to it that's not being used for anything right now. And they're going to renovate that space into a theater. And I can't talk about too many specifics about it. Mostly because I don't know, and also because it's not entirely common knowledge. But I get to be a little part of design input on the spaces that the electrics department uses, our office space, our storage space, what we need in a new theater, including the grid and how all that's laid out and how the circuiting and dimming works in there. And it's pretty exciting. We had a little meeting about what the needs of our department are, and the electrics department in particular, we're the only department that is only solely based in this building that we will be losing when we build the new space. So all of our stuff has to move over there and get divided amongst everyone else. So it's pretty exciting. I have ideas that I presented to them and that I can talk about later because it's getting a little long. But my particular question to you guys is, if you could have input on your ideal space, you know, what would you really want? Like, what is the top thing that you would want in a new theater? And in particular, in a new theater that is not being built, but being renovated into a building that is being renovated into a new theater, a new space. What would your ideal be? Because I have mine, and I have some things that I presented to them and that I will talk about next time. But until then, our show is going great. Les Mis is going great. I just found out how much I'm getting paid for that today, and it will buy me a new computer, so I'm pretty excited about that. Other than that, this is very long, and I am going to go. Mark, I believe we'll be seeing you a little bit later today, my time. And that is exciting. But yeah, okay, bye guys.